Hey everyone, it's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel, Relax.Cut.Glue. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so happy to have you all here with me today. So today I'm going to show you how to make a simple little Happy Mail kind of folio situation that you can send to people, and it fits nicely in an envelope so you can send it this way. It will probably cost you more than a stamp, but it might just cost you a stamp. So definitely ask your post office. But I made this with one sheet of paper. Well, technically two if you count like the embellishment part, but the actual structure of the page was made with one sheet. So you open it up, and I just threw some of my autumn ephemera in here. I know it doesn't match, but I just wanted to show you what you could do. So over here, I thought this would be fun to put an artist trading card. You can even write or print off the thing that says like artist trading card and then put that in here. And then you have two pockets that you can add stickers or ephemera or whatever else. And then back here is where I would write my note, but you could also use this as more space to add. You could paper clip some things to that. And then back here is another pocket, and I just added like some of my little pieces of paper, but you could also write a note and tuck it into this pocket in the back. So I thought this was really fun because it's not too big, it's easy to make, and then it's something that would be inexpensive to send to anybody you wanted to send Happy Mail to. So let's get started making one. And the size of this envelope is an A2. So it's 4.375 inches by 5.75 inches. So this is what I send my postcards in now, by the way. So I'll put a link to the envelope box that I bought. I bought 100 of them. So let's get started here. So I'm going to start with a piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. And I am going to cut it in half, hamburger style. So turn it horizontal. And I'm going to cut it at 5.5 because that would make it half. Okay, and we will set that part aside. So this first piece here, we are just going to fold in half. So basically this piece right here is like two of my postcards, but still connected. So it should be 4 1/4 by 5.5. So this will be the structure. This is the base of our folio. Then we're going to take this and we're going to score it at 2 inches. And I'm just going to use my paper cutter here. I don't know if you guys knew you could use this as a scoreboard. So I'm going to put it at 2 inches, and I'm going to take my tool, and right here where it indents, I'm just going to bring my tool down. You can do this with a bone folder, whatever. Okay, so now that I have that, I'm going to fold it over. So I just scored it at 2 inches, and I'm folding it over. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now this next part, I'm going to do it the way I did it just because I find it easier, but if you're good at math, you can do it another way. So what I did now is I kept this over on this side, and I folded this in half right up to where it folds. So I just folded that in half, and now I'm going to cut that off. So we leave the 2 inch side over here. We now folded just this piece in half, so now we will cut that in half. And let's make sure we got it straight and everything. There we go. Okay. So now we have this little piece, and we are going to open this up. And if you want to decorate these, so I decorated after I put it together. So like I put this on after, but if you want to decorate, do it before. So I'm going to actually do that before. But so this is going to glue right here. So this is going to be my pocket. So I want to actually add a little bit of decorative paper there before I glue it down. So let's do that really quick here. Move my envelope. So this side will be your bigger side, and this side is the 2 inch side, and you want to, where it's folded like this, kind of like an L, this is where you're going to put your decorative paper. So let's just cut a little strip. So this will be 2 inches. Okay, so it should be 5.5 tall. Okay, so this would go right here. Now, if you want, you can trim it a little bit smaller all around. I'm not going to do that this time. Okay, so this would get glued right on here. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to use my glue stick. Give that a little glue. All right, so let's get this on here. And you want to make sure that you aren't gluing over this fold right here. Okay, let me just, there we go. Okay, so now this is optional. You don't have to do this, but I'm going to. I'm going to take just any kind of round, or any kind of tool really, paper trimmer or paper punch, and this is a circle paper punch. I'm just gonna, oops, my glue is wet, so it's, there we go. So I'm just gonna take a little notch out of there. Okay, and then I like to round my little corners here. You don't have to. This is just a preference of mine in particular. Okay, so now we are ready to glue this down. And if you want to ink it now before you glue it. I'm not inking mine. Okay, so now you'll turn it over. It's going to look kind of like this. And you're going to adhere your pocket. So we're going to put glue down each side here, the bottom and the two sides. Oops, went a little high on that part. That's okay. Okay, and now you're going to glue this right close to the spine, but not over it, or else your little folio won't close. So you can even leave a little space if you want. Sometimes I leave just like a hair of space to glue that. Okay, so my piece of paper here is just a, you'll see here, see how it's hanging over just a little bit. Michael's, this is Michael's cardstock, and Michael's cardstock always is off just a hair of 8.5 by 11, so I just trim that off once. So I'll just kind of go like this and just trim that off. Okay. I did not cut that very good. All right, so here we go. I did not cut that good. Okay, so next step, now we want to make our little pockets that we're going to put right here. So you take this piece that you had originally cut off of here, and we are going to cut this to, this should be 4 1/4 from here to here. So I'm going to cut it at 4 because I want it just a little bit smaller than this piece. Save this because this is going to go right here. So we'll save that piece. Now I'm just going to cut these in half, and it's a little over. So let's see, here's 1 1/2. I went, it's 1 1/2. What is this right here? It's that first big little notch after 1 1/2. It's in between 1 3/4 and 1 1/2. What is that? 5/8? I'm not sure. Cut this in half. It doesn't have to be exact. That's why I'm not being super particular about the dimensions right there. Just cut it in half as close as you can. If you want to add decorative paper, now's the time to do so. So let's do that really quick here. I'm just going to take the same paper I've been using. And what I do is I just glue on this and then stick it to the back of the paper and cut it out. So we'll just glue this. This is such a good way to send a little friend mail, especially during the holidays if you're wanting to send something to somebody. This is a great way, like a friend or a pen pal or something to that effect. Okay. Or even like a niece and a nephew or a grandparent. You can put pictures in this or a gift card, you know, so many options here. Fill it with whatever you want. Your child's school picture that they just got. Okay, so I just trimmed around my edges, and then I like to personally round the corners. You don't have to. Again, this is just a personal preference thing. So we're rounding the corners on that. All right, let's do the next one. Okay, so now I have these two pieces, and these will get glued right here, and I just kind of center them in between. Why do I keep having this one little hair? I think it's one of Sherman's. Okay, so I usually center it in between the spine and the edge here. If you're gonna err anyway, have it err more, have this go more this way than closer to the spine, because it'll make it easier for things to close. So you don't have to do this, but I'm gonna add a notch in this again. Sometimes the reason why people add these notches is it just makes it easier for you to grab the stuff that's in the pocket. That's the only reason why people do this. And maybe aesthetically pleasing. I think some people find it more aesthetic. All right, so now we will just add these on here. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna glue the sides and the bottom, but not the top. We'll just put it about right here. And again, you can ink these if you want to, but I'm not going to. Okay, and then I just like to put this one, I don't want it too close to the top because I don't want what's sticking, I'm putting in here to like stick out the top, you know? So just glue that down. Okay, so now we have two pockets to put some stuff. Now we have this piece, and this piece is gonna go right here, like so. So I am going to add some paper on this as well. So let's do that real quick. Okay. Ooh, this is so fun. You could sit here on the weekend and like mass make a bunch of these. And if you wanted, you could use double-sided cardstock or double-sided paper so that you don't have to add something to this, or, you know, paper on top. Okay, so I want to round my corners. I'm just going to round 3 of my corners. I know that sounds odd, but I'm going to end up rounding this. So this will be straight. So I want a straight edge right there, but this will be rounded. So I'm going to round that right now. Rounding, oops, rounded and rounded. Okay. So let me see if I need to cut this at all. I think it will be fine. Okay, so do I want to add a little notchy poo to this? I don't think I will add a notch on this one. Okay, so I'm going to glue this. I almost said round the sides. Glue the sides. I'm putting my little straight edge down on this corner, making sure that I'm not going over the spine or else this won't close well. Okay, so there's that. So now I can put like a little Christmas. See how this closes easily? That's because I didn't put this over this little area. So now I have 2 spots for ephemera here, and I have a spot for my artist trading card. I do want to round the corners on my piece. Again, this is just a personal style preference. You don't have to do this. Okay, now it is important to say that I have chosen to use thinner paper to glue on top here just because I want to eliminate the thickness, because I'm going to be stuffing this with some paper. So if I put cardstock on top of cardstock, that starts to build up and I don't want it to be too thick. So I'm just using thin scrapbook paper over my cardstock. But if you have double-sided cardstock, that's even better because you could flip over and this would be the opposite side, these pieces here. So look how stinking cute and easy this was. There it is, all done. Now you can put an artist trading card, some ephemera, a note, more ephemera, whatever you want to put in there. And like I said, you could always paper clip some papers to this if you wanted and put your note in here. So that would be super cute. I just think this is super fun and a great way to send, you know, maybe you say Merry Christmas on here or something. I don't know. Okay, so let's add, I want to add some paper on the front here. So this is 5.5 by 4 1/4. So let's cut this to 5.5. I'll save these scraps. I will definitely use those. By 4 1/4. Actually, I want to go a little bit smaller. I'm going to go, darn it, I didn't mean to cut this one. So 4 by 5 1/4 instead of 5 1/2. So I'm cutting it 1/4 inch shorter all the way around, just so I can leave a little bit of border. See how nice that looks? Okay, so corner rounder. I'm only going to round these 2 sides right here because the other sides I'm keeping flat. So we'll do something like this. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. It's like a loaded Christmas card is what it is. Okay, let me put my lid on there. Okay, so let's glue this on here. Again, if you want to glue, ink the edges, definitely go ahead and do that. Okay, so let's add this. Oh, that is adorable. Oh my gosh, I would love to get this in the mail. Wouldn't you? This is, where's my, I need to put this down. Where's my bone folder? Where did I throw that? Oh, it's right here. So there we go. Oops, I got a little glue bubble right there. I see it. Get out of here. You're not paying rent here. Get, shoo. Okay, so there we have our little folio card to send to people. Isn't that so stinking cute and so easy? And all I used was 1 piece of 8 1/2 by 11 cardstock and then some paper to decorate. But like I said, if you're using double-sided paper, you wouldn't even need to glue anything on the front there. So I just think this is super fun. And like I said, these fit right inside of an envelope. Let's put it in. Oops. Ooh, that wasn't glued. Okay. So we'll just tuck it right in here. It fits like a glove in these envelopes. And look, it's not even thick. Of course, I don't have anything in it yet, but... So yeah, what a great way to send some snail mail, some happy mail to your friends. I hope you guys enjoyed this little tutorial. I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend. That is going to conclude today's video. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. I really appreciate it. If you wouldn't mind, please hit that like button. It's a great way to support me and my channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I would love to see you stick around. Don't forget to drink your water. And like I said, have a fabulous weekend, and I will see you on Monday. Bye, friends.